Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Sensu here, and before we go any further, if you have not seen Dragon Ball Super episode 126 and you do not want it to be spoiled, please click off and feel free to check out some of my other video synopses. Yo guys, so episode 126 showed a major breakthrough for Vegeta. We were able to see Vegeta once again surpass his own limits and defeat Toppo with his overwhelmingly strong discharge of Ki. Not only was he able to unleash the most energy he ever has against the foe, but the last time he attempted this massive explosion, it resulted in him sacrificing himself against the great Majin Buu. But let's focus on one of the new variables here for the situation in particular, Toppo, or should we say God of Destruction Toppo, or would we call it Toppo who submitted to the role of God of Destruction, or even next candidate of God of Destruction as they were previously saying. There for me are personally more questions than there are answers, and I say this because personally I want more knowledge on the process of being a God of Destruction. I need to know, is there a set power level that needs to be reached to be considered for this role? I want to know, is it based off of the general character themselves and their relation with the current God of Destruction in their universe? What is it that allowed Toppo to take on using the power of destruction? Toppo alone, if we go back and look at it, was pretty much even with Vegeta during the tournament with the fight between them that was happening off screen before their battle on episode 126, which personally I'm glad we did not get more of that fight on screen, because when we got what we got leading to Toppo's overall elimination was just so much more satisfying. Vegeta got a new form and so did Toppo. You literally have to admire the tenacity of Vegeta when it comes to him going against Toppo. I mean, compare the two. You have someone who cast aside what was most important to him, his ideals and pride as a warrior for justice. And you have another that is holding on to everything that is precious to him, his desire to save his family and pride as a Saiyan, to fuel their strength in aiding their respective universes from being eliminated. After Vegeta got knocked into that mountain, the things that mattered most to him were what pushed him forward to overpowering Toppo for the remainder of their fight. And what I enjoyed most was seeing Toppo, who became a shell of the person he once was, trying so desperately to rely on his newfound power and having it be utterly useless against the enraged Vegeta. No matter how many times you hear Toppo shout, "Destruction! Destruction!" it's pointless. So much so that Vegeta actually punches through one of the destruction blasts, landing a nice hit on Toppo's ugly Jinpachi from Tekken Dr. Eggman looking face. But even so, it still annoys me that we do not have a measure or gauge for Toppo's real power, except for the fact that he pretty much is nothing in comparison to Jiren. So what that means is really anyone who was able to square up with Toppo can too possess the same power he obtained as the next candidate of God of Destruction for Universe 11. I just can't help but feel like there is much more to the God of Destruction title than what has been shared or even written at this point. I'm sure there has to be some type of proper initiation that leads to the ascension, but no matter which way you dice it, Toppo was defeated by Vegeta, even though he now encompassed the power of a God of Destruction or something close to it. With Toppo's elimination, I'm sure came the last pivotal moment for Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super. And it's kind of depressing actually, but such is life. And I'm sure we'll get much more Dragon Ball in the coming years in the form of new content, but for my favorite character Vegeta, I would just love to see much more accomplishments come his way. But ultimately guys, this is how the fight went down between Vegeta and Toppo. So when you're looking at it in hindsight, did Vegeta actually defeat a God of Destruction, or did he defeat Toppo, the next candidate God of Destruction? When I look at this, I don't feel like everything has been disclosed with Toppo and this new role. So I will say that Vegeta did defeat a technical God of Destruction, But if you were to pair him with the likes of any of the others, I do not feel like it would go in his favor. Simply because Toppo literally got this power in this match. So that's where I'm going to leave that. I will say that he beat a quote-unquote God of Destruction. But it's definitely not hard to see that there are characters that are stronger than Gods of Destruction, like Jiren. So, hey guys, this is Senzu. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and it's currently 6:41 p.m. I got some more editing to do on this video, and I'm trying to get this out before the new episode airs. So, I will see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good one. Later.